Welcome to MCC Made, the official podcast of Metropolitan Community College.
Giving you a backstage pass to all things MCC with your hosts, Emma Frazier and Katherine Riggs. What?
Somebody that we both know. I know more than you do, but we both have the same feelings about this person.
Okay, I have a feeling I already know who it
Yeah.
is. Anyway, go ahead.
They posed a question
Okay.
about the plural of a word. Okay? So,
Okay.
you...
Was it my last name? Because nobody knows how to pluralize that either.
Riggs is?
Yeah.
I mean...
But then people just say, like, the Riggs. And I'm like, well, no.
Well...
I digress.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, you have a computer, I assume.
I've heard of them.
Yeah. Are you familiar?
I've heard of them.
Yeah. Anyway, you have a mouse that you use to run
To do my little tasks.
right. Say yours broke and you needed a new one,
Okay.
and somebody brought you a box full of them. What
Yeah.
would you? How many? Do you have?
Would I
Do you have a lot
say-
of mice, or do you have a lot of mouses in that box?
Oh, that is so weird. That's like breaking my brain. Was it really divided? Because I
Yeah.
could see. Okay, that's interesting. I feel like I would say mice.
I have a lot of mice in that box.
Yeah.
Yes,
Or no, wait. There's so many computer mouses in that box. There's so many computer mice in that box. There's so many mouses.
mouses.
I think I would say mouses, actually. Now that we just watched me walk through that, I would say mouses. Computer mouses. It has to have computer in front of it, though, so people know
That you're not just having a stroke.
that, like, I know the English language, but, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah. I think I landed on mouses.
Yeah.
Also.
Although I'm shocked because I feel like so many people don't even have a mouse anymore because you
The
have a laptop.
The trackpad.
Or you have, like, something that's just touch screen. So
Right.
it probably doesn't.
Are we already aging ourselves that we use a mouse? But I have the Apple
Remember
one.
when you used to have speakers to plug into your computer?
Yeah.
Separately, and sometimes you wouldn't realize you turn it up all the way and they would almost blow your ears out.
Okay, you want to know something? But
Tell me.
do you want to know something?
Tell me.
So
We're here to learn.
We just got a new computer at our
Yes.
house. That's a whole other thing.
You had one. Is it in a computer room?
We
And do you say, I'm going to go on the computer?
No one uses a landline. I'm getting on the internet.
Mom.
I wouldn't know anything about that because I'm only 19. But
Correct.
It's in our office.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. So you do have a computer room
Yeah.
and one computer that multiple people are using?
I don't use it. It's Brandon's computer.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, could I use it? Sure. I'm sure he made a profile that I can get on there and whatever. I don't know. I don't have anything.
Picked an avatar.
I don't have anything to do on that. Anyway, we got this new computer.
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh, he pulled some files from then our old computer,
Sure.
and on that hard drive,
Yeah. Right.
I don't know.
An external hard drive.
Sure, Catherine. I don't
Listen,
I don't know.
a floppy disk.
Yes.
Okay.
We got our floppy disks out, and
We could put one item on them because they have, like, no storage.
and don't keep moving the metal piece on top. You're gonna
Oh,
ruin
but
it.
it was so satisfying.
It was.
Anyway, go ahead.
We had some audio files. At our wedding, we did an audio guest book,
Correct.
which was very fun. Highly recommend. But anyway, we have audio files, and Brandon's like, "Oh, good, now we have them back." I'm like, "Yes, I've been missing them."
Yeah. I've been dying to play these back.
So then he goes to play them, and he puts his headphones on. I go, "Oh, am I not allowed to use them?"
This is a private experience, actually.
I needed to sit with this one personally, and I go,
I don't
"Oh."
want my experience listening to it tainting your separate experience.
oh, are we just can't listen to this together? And he goes, well, we don't have any speakers. I go, what is this? What year is this? I was like, what are you talking about?
We don't have any. Like you also like you need like a giant speaker system to hear those.
And like so like in our office we have a record player that is attached to a Bluetooth speaker. He's like, well, I guess I could like try to connect it to these speakers. I go,
he really wanted this to be an event, is what
like,
you're saying. Actually,
it's just like
this is a listening party.
I think what we need to do is we need to get a new monitor that just has built-in. That's how old this monitor is that it just doesn't have.
Is it a fat monitor?
It's not. I think it was like in the
a gateway. A clear apple that was the colors.
I wish.
Would have done crazy things to get my hands on an iMac that had the color.
Yeah, agreed.
Bring it back, Apple. That's honestly what people want. Remember when you had colorful nanos?
Give the people what they want.
And now they're like, oh, look, it's like
slate.
Woo woo. My whole life is slate.
Yeah. Stop being millennial gray, Apple.
Yeah. Well, then they did do a millennial pink phone, and I got that
yeah,
one. Yeah,
I was in. And for those reasons, I was in. But
played
anyway.
right into it.
Yeah, I think whatever monitor he has, admittedly, he's like, this is an old monitor.
Had
clearly,
to dust it off.
Clearly, but yeah, it doesn't have speakers into it, so we need to get a new monitor that has speakers. So I guess we can listen together. Also, I'm like, I guess, are we ever listening to anything? Are we ever gathered around the computer?
Here, come in here. Come into my office. Come into the computer room. Do you want to go on the computer real quick?
We're watching YouTube videos together.
Do you want to play a multiplayer computer game? Which I miss so much. My friend and I were just talking about that the other day. When instead of playing a physical board game, you would buy the CD-ROM board game and play it on your computer.
Absolutely.
Because the Game of Life computer game...
I was just thinking about the Game of Life.
It was 1,000,000 times better because you didn't have to deal with the money yourself.
And put the little people in the cars and then they don't fit and then they fall out and then it's a thing.
Yes, and then if you had too many kids because you landed on all the kid spaces and all the little things didn't fit in your car. That was fun.
Yeah.
And then if you accidentally landed on college, you were so broke.
Yeah. I mean...
Or like send your kids to college anyway.
But not if you go to Metro Community College.
No, where it's very affordable.
Scholarships for everyone.
This is me at MCC.
I think that I feel like we can. That should just be our segue.
Yeah.
But anyway, I agree. It should be mouses.
Computer mouses.
I think.
Yeah.
All I know is this person who will not be named, who is a family friend of ours. Whatever his answer is, my answer is the opposite. But
what did he say?
On principle, and now I can't remember. Whenever this came up, now I can't remember. But yeah, I was like, on principle, I will disagree with whatever you say. but on a serious note, I would say mouses. We're back. With our I Love MCC, which is our version of I Love the 80's from VH1.
Yes.
If you're familiar.
And today we are discussing the 80's.
Whoa. And I'm sat. I'm ready.
Listen, 80's were a treasure trove.
Oh,
People were just out here doing anything in the 80's.
It's like we got our feet wet. We got accredited in the 70's.
Now let's have a little fun.
It's like, you know what? We've had some graduations. We're ready to go.
We're ready to expand.
Yeah.
Which is why they expanded to a series they called the Brown Bag series, which were basically lunch and learns.
Oh, okay.
Classes to improve both career and personal effectiveness are in full swing this month at Metro Tech. One of the focal points of this activity is Metro Tech downtown, when we had a downtown location at 1313 Farnham Street, which we touched on in the last archives, the first archives one I did, that they opened it there, and I forget what building that is now, but it was like we just had like rented space on like the first floor.
Okay.
I think it was the Kiewit building, the old Kiewit building.
Oh, okay.
But so learning at lunch, This is a list for the Brown Bag series, a learn it at lunch group of courses that encourage downtown Omaha employees to improve on anything from typing to taxes. It meets over the lunch hour, blah, blah, blah. Here are the topics.
Oh, I can't wait.
These are the ones over the next few weeks. And honest to God, would love to get my hands on like the syllabus for some of these, including this one, office and social etiquette.
Some people still need to take that
Some
class.
people could. Honestly, this one is the one I want to see, like what they said, what was taught, what the visuals were.
Okay.
What? Career dress.
Yeah. Now,
Who's leading that? What were they wearing? What are the people wearing that came to the class that wanted to know how to dress?
and you want to know what? I bet you
Tell
that was
me.
mostly geared towards women.
100%. And because this was the 80s, I bet they were like shoulder pads.
Oh, I'm glad that you went
we
to the
want
same
you
place
to
I
look
did.
like a linebacker when you walk into your
Yeah.
office. We want that triangle form.
Correct.
So I can almost guarantee assertiveness training
Oh,
for men and women.
men. Okay.
Is it taught the same or are they different? And like, again, I just want to see the people, I guess, who are walking into these classes. So,
Yeah. You know what? I would take an assertiveness class. Do you think I need to be more assertive? Or do you think I'm assertive?
you are the right balance of like, because you're a kind, you're kind assertive, not kind of assertive. You are assertive that comes across kind.
Wow, that's very nice. Thank
So
you.
I would say you're like you could honestly lead it because you would know how to do that. But I feel like I'm the wrong kind of assertive sometimes.
Yeah,
So maybe I need to take it.
Yeah, I feel like it's good to know when you need to insert yourself and know when to just
Know when to hold them.
know when to fold them.
Mm-hmm.
Know when to walk away.
Wow, do you think they just played that song? And that
I
was
hope
the whole
so.
class?
I hope
Today our
so.
teacher is Kenny Rogers. Everybody just close your eyes and listen to his
Just on
wisdom.
repeat. And you can only leave once it really sinks in.
That reminds me, this is not related to this, but it was when my dad started working from home like way before everybody did. It was like 2008.
Okay.
And when he started working from home, we were joking that we needed to make him a playlist of just all songs about working. To just play on repeat.
Like working for the weekend.
Working for the Weekend was on there. Taking Care of Business was on there. A lot of 80s songs, actually.
Appropriate.
9 to 5.
Sure.
Oh, man. There were so many good ones. The Working for a Living by Huey Lewis and the News. It was like, and then when we lined it up, we were like, actually, this playlist kind of rules.
Yeah. I'm in.
So maybe I'll recreate that playlist.
Listen, we can add it to the podcast. We'll put it in the notes.
I'll put the
If you need-
playlist. Yep.
If you need a good podcast to motivate you to work.
It turns out just about because also I guess that was what everybody was saying. Speaking of the 80s, was everyone just singing about working because everybody was? Why was that?
Well, because women were back in the work. We're back.
Back.
They were now in the workforce. They were
Yeah.
like, I'm a businesswoman.
It's because
in my
people
shoulder
in
pads.
the 80s were becoming real yuppies and they like loved talking about work. So everybody
I
was
think
like,
probably.
so everybody was like, let's capitalize on that by singing about work.
Yeah.
I mean, it put out some bangers. So
Yeah.
honestly,
I mean, I'm not mad.
yeah, I'm not mad about it. Let's see. Winning the money game. How personal money goals relate to planning, impact on inflation and taxes, and professionals who can help.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm going to save the wildest one for last. But
Okay.
office skills, typing, filing, shorthand, machine transcription. I would pay now to learn how to do shorthand.
Yeah.
Shorthand is so cool, and I am not sure why they stopped teaching it because it is so handy, and it is going to be a lost art, and that's so sad because it is so cool.
Is shorthand the same as like the stenographers at like the court?
I think so. Or like along the same lines.
Because I don't understand how they I don't understand what they're doing.
No,
I've seen videos, I don't get it.
Yeah,
They just have, I don't know,
yeah, it's like it's not,
a keyboard.
No.
I mean, it is, but it's not.
but it's like they're like, there's not nearly enough buttons for like
Yeah,
what's being said.
I don't know. It stresses me out. But honestly, I'm fascinated. But also, yeah, shorthand. Yeah, I would also like to learn shorthand. And maybe that's why I don't like taking notes in meetings.
Yeah.
Because I'm
like, what do I say?
I
What do I
don't-
leave in? What do I leave out?
yeah, I don't know. What's important? Do you want me to editorialize on this meeting?
I'm going to assert my thoughts along with everybody. Listen, that is what people would get if they got if I was asked to transcribe a meeting. It would be like, and I thought that was dumb when they said that.
Shockingly, they had a really good idea.
I disagreed quietly.
But my face said it all.
Let the record show I didn't agree when this was said, but at the time I stayed silent, and I regret that because I did not take assertiveness. But okay, now thinking about that, I know we have Lost Arts now.
Oh my God, yeah.
The next Lost Arts will be turns out skills of the 70s and 80s, which I know
Yeah.
that will really make people feel.
For sure.
But it should include shorthand and
Yeah.
stenography. Just for everybody who has a stenography thing.
That's just more, that's a special interest of mine because I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a lost art because they're still using them.
That is true.
Although, I don't know. Do you think that's going to go away with AI?
Because they can just record it. No. Better not.
I don't know. Anyway, I hope not.
But the class, which, okay, I think it's just because there's no class description on any of these to tell you what is being discussed at full. But this one is called, and I think the name is also, well, first of all, they would never teach this class now, but Problems of Children in Broken Homes.
Oof. Oof. Okay.
Like-
well, okay.
Yeah. So just something to noodle on.
I mean, their hearts are in the right place.
I guess, how does that relate to you professionally?
Well,
I guess, was it aimed at a very specific...
was it aimed at instructors to like help them like?
It was aimed at Omaha employees in the downtown area. So,
Oh, well,
just anybody.
okay. Well, I was trying to really make that be like, well, we're just trying to make sure that we meet our students where they're at. But okay.
If you took that class in 1980, oh crap, the date's covered. I think it was like 1984. Let us know what you learned.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from, and listen, I'm not discussing this story above what I am discussing, but we used to have a board member who straight up, I think, was Abraham Lincoln. You know, like those, when people say like people are time travelers, and like Keanu Reeves was like, people think he was like
Oh my God.
alive, like as a vampire or whatever.
Yeah.
This man is Abraham Lincoln reincarnate, and he came back to serve as a chairman of the board. And he looks so much like Abraham Lincoln. It is absolutely terrifying. And you know he leans into it because he also did just like a chin beard.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
listen, Don Chase, we know what you were doing. He probably made money as we're gonna look him up.
If he didn't, he should have.
Yeah. But
What if he never heard that before?
oh, you know he did. He probably like leaned into it.
That's shocking news to me. I've never heard that before.
I'm sorry, I'm reading this other one that I was not going to read, but you know me, I love when they just insert their whimsy into these. So this one was called Workshop Offers Sane Home Improvement.
Oh, sane.
Sane is
Okay.
in quotes. You're familiar with the way it starts. You're enjoying a quiet cup of coffee in the pleasant warmth of your own home on, say, a Saturday. You glance out the window and begin to visualize how stunning the house would be if it had, for example, a deck. You imagine pleasant summer evenings spent there with your family. Those people must not be bitten by mosquitoes.
No.
But slowly, the nagging voice of reason enters your consciousness, and you remember the near blows your neighbor's family came to
Oh my
when,
gosh.
quote unquote, winging it on do-it-yourself projects. The absolute drama of what that...
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm there.
I'm with. Listen, I can picture it. Mm-hmm.
Rest easy, says Metrotech's Tina Morgan. There's a way out of the crunch of contracting for this work and the collapse of the family system.
Wow. That's why they need that. That is why they need that class.
That is
It's
why
the
they
home
need
improvement
that class.
projects. That's why there's broken families.
Because they fell through a deck you tried to build, so they're broken?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this is bold fun.
Oh.
You can learn to do it yourself. And although Morgan doesn't promise the task is simple, she says you can learn practical tips from the pros at several workshops opening in March. And it's basically just to tell you how to build patios and decks.
Oh.
Anyway, I wasn't even really going to read that one, but I got hooked in. I got sucked
Yeah.
in. What I was going to focus on was that in the 80s, we did a free series of caption films that played at our different campuses.
Okay.
And so the schedules, so the first movie, which I don't know, so I apologize,
That's shocking, actually.
is a movie called Marooned.
Oh, I know that one. I don't know.
I was like, that's more shocking. That played at South Omaha campus. And then they did The Day the Earth Stood Still
Okay.
at Elkhorn Valley campus.
Sure.
And whatever. This is the one where I literally stopped because if you've seen this movie, which knowing you, I don't think you have.
Okay.
Playing at South Omaha campus on another day was Animal House.
I have not seen that, but I love that they played it.
It's so wildly inappropriate. So it is so funny that they played that. I
gosh.
mean, obviously things were different and
Right.
but
Wow.
There
That is
is-
crazy that they played that movie.
a lot of naughty language and actions in that movie. So it's funny that we as like a public institution were like, come on down and watch it. In our school.
Right.
So
Mhm.
yeah, so you could come watch Animal House on our campus, which I thought was very funny. Okay, so this one is just a very cool story. And there's this man in a really intense turtleneck again. And he looks like
Oh, yeah. Oh.
a Bond villain, kind of.
He really does. Is he owning glasses?
He is because these glasses were collected by the Lions Club of Omaha and Richmond Gordman stores, which I didn't really Gordman's had been around,
Yeah.
in a recent Tree of Sight campaign. Now, Metro's Pleasant Llewellyn, his name was Pleasant Llewellyn,
Wow.
pictured here. So this man, getting more Bond villain by the second, was named Pleasant Llewellyn.
Okay.
And we mean that as a compliment.
Yeah.
It's up to Metrotech ophthalmic students to sort, clean, and read the refractive power of the 3,000 spectacles.
3,000.
Yes, so that's the picture of it, and then I have the story here. When the Lions Club of Omaha and Richmond Gordman stores launched their Tree of Sight campaign to Omaha during December, area residents were generous with over 3,000 pairs of old and unused glasses collected at Richmond Gordman stores to ultimately serve the visually handicapped and needy in South America.
Wow.
It also just shows you we never use the word needy anymore. So this just
Yeah.
the needy.
I am needing.
Yeah, I'm needy in a different way. In the weeks ahead, Metrotech's ophthalmic students will clean, sort, and determine the refractive power values of the spectacles, providing an quote-unquote excellent teaching and learning experience that cannot be duplicated under classroom conditions, according to Metro program head Pleasant Llewellyn.
Wow.
He says the wide range of prescription styles, sizes, and conditions of the glasses offer students experience that could normally be available only through a long period on the job. I just thought it was fascinating that we had like an ophthalmology program
That
at
is
any
crazy.
point.
That is crazy. You want to know what else is crazy
Tell
about
me.
that? Again, because everything is cyclical. We just did a story not that long ago
Yes!
about a man who uses our prototype design lab to make
Glasses!
glasses frames for children who have like they need special sorts of glasses.
Yes.
Um,
Oh my gosh, you're right. I forgot about that.
yeah, and he just uses our facility, pays our membership fee, uses our
Yep.
facilities to then just make all of these glasses.
Yeah. So again,
Crazy.
what's old is new.
Yeah.
Circle of life.
So, Sarah, what's the angle?
I took an MCC non-credit photography class for fun, and now I'm starting my own business.
Those new skills are paying off. Ava, you've sure stacked up your healthcare certifications.
I started as a CNA and now I'm in phlebotomy training. Next is respiratory therapy.
Sawyer, what's your recipe for success?
After my career certificate in bake shop operations, I'm getting my associate degree in sustainable baking management.
Build your future with stackable credentials. Start today so you can say,
This is me at MCC.
Also on this page, it says, I just thought this was interesting because I'd love to know what it is now, but it says grads boast 99% employment.
Wow.
99% of Metro's September 1980 graduating class are employed, according to a recent Metro Placement Services report. Of these, 82% are employed full-time in the field related to their training. The survey was completed on 136 Metro graduates, 118 of whom had been available for employment. And this is where it gets a little sad, where they say only one graduate of the 118 was unemployed and seeking a full-time position. Imagine if you're that one person and you get. I mean, they didn't name you, but like you know.
Okay, well, you know what? Justice for that one person. Maybe they were like, listen, I just haven't started yet. I didn't realize everybody else was already applying.
Yeah, geez, now I look like a dope in your little survey.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yes. Well,
And I'm sure that they were employed very shortly after.
Yeah. They might have already been maybe by the time it went to print, they were employed.
And then we'd be 100%, batting 100. So there you go.
So then let's see. I just think I liked the headline. Study tells who's here.
Oh,
Who's here?
who's here?
Who is here? But I feel like people do wonder this, and I would like to do a comparison of it now versus then to see how different it is. But it says, who signs up for credit classes at Metro Tech? A recent study released by the college puts together an interesting student profile.
Oh,
For example, Metro students, as predicted, are older than the average college student, which is true. 28.8 years to be exact.
okay.
Which I think it's a little younger now,
Yeah.
but it's still
Yeah.
above the average. Although the largest representative age group, 8.5%, is 19-year-olds. This wording is wild. Better than half are women. 54%. Better than half.
Okay. Sure.
The oldest student registered for classes in the fall of 1980 was a 79-year-old male, and the oldest female was a 74-year-old female.
Okay.
To further embellish the picture, a total of 97% of all Metro students fall into the 18 to 49 age group, with the 18 to 34-year-olds coming in at 78%. 18 to 25-year-olds account for 47% of all Metro students. Most people who attend Metro credit classes balance jobs and college responsibilities with a full 80% employed full-time or part-time while attending classes. For many Metro students, managing households is an additional responsibility, with 55% being married.
Wow. You know what that reminds me of? You worked in retail.
I did.
Okay, I also worked at a retail women's clothing store, and
Yes.
we had they always talked about the client.
Yeah.
And they gave her a name and described her. They're like,
Yes.
this is our shopper. And it's like, I don't know that okay.
No, we had them. We had a male version and a female version of them. And
Ours was called Liv.
okay. Ours had
Like
names.
Liv, like short for like Olivia, I'm sure.
course.
But Liv.
Oh man, we had them. I can picture them, and they would. Oh man, that's gonna drive me nuts. I'll have to ask my friends if they remember what that was. But I remember watching like getting the new training materials and them saying to like cater to
Yeah, they're like would live.
X and Y.
Does this branding, merchandising like appeal to Liv? And it's
Like what is Liv looking for?
I don't know. Why don't you just tell
Liv
me?
Liv doesn't exist.
First of all, why don't you just tell me where to put the jeans? I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, just tell me where to put the jeans and how the new way you want me to fold them is. Like just
Does this look right?
Yeah.
Liv probably won't notice.
And I think, again, as somebody who's working in retail, I think about that all the time now when I go into the store. I'm like, how far off am I from your fake?
From your profile.
Yeah, you're like fake client.
Oh man, that is gonna bug me so bad with those. I had not thought about that in a long time, that those people had like names.
Yes, but the way that piece started, I was like, oh, we're about to just like, this is our student. And it's like, okay.
I've been to conferences where other schools have those.
I'm sure they do. I you know what?
I get it.
It's silly, but also sometimes you do. I can see where it's helpful. I mean, when I was in the marketing department, it's like, who are we marketing to? It's like, well, we're everyone.
Yeah. Who are we marketing to? Yes.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is a fun fact, I would say. I will go out on a limb and say this is a fun fact.
Okay.
And just the headline tells you hill removed at Elkhorn Valley.
Oh.
Beginning this spring, Metro Tech's new Elkhorn Valley campus should be easier for motorists to find. The hill that has been hiding the campus from view of West Dodge Motors was chomped down by graders earlier this month. So, turns out Elkhorn Valley was really in a valley.
Sure. Yeah. Also, like, it's whatever they did, sorry your work was for naught, because it's back to being hidden.
Yeah.
And that could be work.
That could be. It said eventually the state will build an on-ramp along the draw connecting West Dodge Road with Highway 31, which is 204th Street.
Mm-hmm.
The intersection will be the site someday of a four-way interchange to ease traffic at that busy corner.
Well, they did it.
Which, okay, they're saying it was busy in the 80s.
Also, aren't they always working? I feel like they're always working on that intersection.
Yeah. So it says, this spring, the college will seed the exposed land with alfalfa and will plant the bank with, there's like a line through it, so I can't read it, and tether the soil to avoid wasteful erosion.
Okay.
So maybe that alfalfa is what's blocking your view.
I think it's trees, but
yeah.
It's trees, but
100% trees.
If that alfalfa got high enough to block the view of the college,
I'd be calling the papers.
It would be in Metrogram.
It would be in Metrogram. Well, it's probably in a later issue.
Mm-hmm.
This one is fun because we're, again, still doing this, but this was the first time offered. Bee enthusiast, share skills.
Oh my gosh.
Vying for the most unusual class getting underway at Metro this month is beginning beekeeping. And then it says in parentheses, no, not bookkeeping.
How cute. Got him.
Taught by Millard Public Schools administrator and bee enthusiast Bill Beck. Bill Beck, bee enthusiast.
Wow.
Bill Beck, bee boss. Bill Beck, bee. I'm done. Beck says beekeeping is a great hobby, providing hours of interest to the beekeeper and anywhere from 12 to 30 gallons of honey, depending on the rainfall, for year-round good, nutritious eating. Metro is offering the non-credit course at Millard Central Junior High this spring, with field experience available at Beck's farm.
Wow. Two things on that.
Okay.
First of all, do you want to talk about how you have been a fake beekeeper?
I've been a fake beekeeper twice.
Twice?
Not once, but twice. I was in the background of our commercials a couple years ago where we had beekeeping in it, and it was, honest to God, terrifying because I had like of course, everybody got there and got like their beekeeping jacket, and they're supposed to fit like snug. Guess what? I got like an XL that was so gaping, and I was so paranoid bees were going to fly up it and like sting me that I could not concentrate on anything else happening. I was so stressed out. It's very cool, but it was very stressful. So that was one time. But in my former life, I was a reporter for the Ralston Recorder, gone but not forgotten. And we did a series a lot, like among all those papers, those suburban papers called like A Day in the Life, where we would like a lot, like we all did like ride-alongs with the police. Which was fun, honestly. We did, I'm trying to think of what else I did. I did the day in the life of like a dog groomer.
Oh.
That was fun. Because I just got to like pet dogs all day. And watch like cats get shaved, which is also like a real experience. Honestly, credit to them because I don't have the patience for like animals that don't know to like stand still. So
that won't comply.
I'm trying to think of what else I did, but I got to in Ralston, it's still there, is a store called All About Bees. And you can buy it in a lot of Hy-Vees and local stores, and she's always at the farmer's market. And her store is in Ralston. It's still there. And I asked her if I could follow her while she does like active beekeeping. And she was wonderful. And I went with her. It was like, because I learned so much that day, but you move, a lot of times they'll like move your beehives like around because like each like season, because then they like pollinate like different stuff, you know, blah, blah, blah. So at the time her bee boxes were on, what is that farm on, that you can buy like produce and flowers at too, up on Sorensen. Wenninghoff's. Okay. And her bees were on Wenninghoff's property. So like I met her there. I got a full outfit, a full jumpsuit this time. I got the head thing. I got the full thing. The only thing I didn't have was gloves. And that was enough to still stress me out. Because I was like, well, obviously that's the only thing showing. So I'm going to get stung and my hands are going to blow up. But it was so cool. Like she goes up, she pulls it out. They do the smoke thing to like calm them. And and it was her and another girl who helped her. And it's just because they would buzz past my ears and I would be like, it was like, I probably wouldn't like rush to do it again. And if I had gloves, maybe this time, but it was really cool. And then they just like got back in their truck, still bees like all over us. And they're just like, oh yeah, just like, don't like freak out. They'll fly off. And I'm like,
Sure they will.
I'm like 23 years old. I'm like, okay. Like,
oh my God.
And then I got to go back and watch her like with the honey, like how she like processes it and like makes different stuff. It was really, really fun. Would recommend. Also, all of her products are really, really good. So shout out. That's a quick plug to All About Bees.
We love that. My other thought is, okay, so you're saying how many gallons can you get out of this?
12 to 30. That's a lot of honey.
Have you ever bought honey at the store and gotten through it before it gets like all crystallized?
Yes. But not a lot. Because I have a couple, I do a couple recipes where you actually like need like a decent amount of honey. But like for like a sauce or whatever to like thicken it. But like otherwise, no.
Oh my God. I think Brandon buys honey like once a year. And so we just but then it like
sits.
Yeah. And
in the bear.
Oh my, I'm like, stop buying honey.
This.
I know it's allegedly shelf stable forever.
Yeah, it's not like bad, but like you have to like put it in like hot water to get it to. But you don't think of that until you need it like right then.
Right.
So.
I'm just like, please stop buying honey for the love of God.
We're not rich Uncle Pennybags over there.
In this economy?
No. So there's your fun fact. We've been doing bee classes for like 40 years.
Wow.
And that Elkhorn Valley did, in fact, get its name because it was
In a valley.
in a valley, down in the valley.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one is very cool. This is from a Metrogram. I don't have the year on this either, but I got a lot of these from 1984, 1983, I think.
Okay.
Again, set the scene. This writer does.
Okay.
Metro Computer Team sets Corporate Cup record.
Hey, we're still doing the corporate.
We're still doing Corporate Cup. Gets 7,300 avid joggers, walkers, kids and strollers, dogs, and downright aggressive runners swarming together toward one narrow finish line. And what do you have? Confusion. ... Maybe even mass pandemonium? I mean, this is an organized race. We're not talking about like a free-for-all. That makes it sound like it's like Black Friday shopping.
Yeah. In the 80s.
Or like, yeah, actually, maybe. Possibly, unless it's the 5th annual Corporate Cup held September 15th in Omaha. Then you're talking about a well-run race. Then they walk it all back. Then we're talking about a well-run race with a sophisticated system at the finish line, thanks to Metropolitan Technical College. So this is a very long story, so I won't read the whole thing. I'll read highlights. But our computer team, that headline makes it sound like we set a running record.
Right, correct.
No.
I thought Mike Flesh was in there.
He probably is. And Mike Flesh, we will find you in this story because I'm sure you were too busy. Oh, God.
He's there.
It's like, where's Waldo? I found him. But our computer team created a system, like a ticker system, so that they could computerize people's run times instead of it being done by hand.
Wow.
So
That is
the
cool.
record we set so they could have your times the same day.
Wow. That's cool.
Actually, very, very cool. And here are some of the highlights because this is a very crazy story. In the previous 4 years, race results were recorded by hand with runner times and numbers matched up one by one. Thomas, who's like John Thomas, the race organizer, said. It took hour upon hour and there was too much room for human error. Last year, this is a crazy high stat to ever reveal. Last year, 4 of the 6 trophies presented the day of the race turned out to be wrong when the results were checked later.
Are you giving your
Hey.
Are you giving your trophy back?
No.
No.
Be like, again,
Wrong number.
Human error.
Yeah. Wrong number. Sorry, you don't have that trophy.
Don't know her. With twice
I
the-
came in last and but got went home with the trophy.
I'd
I
be
was
like,
just there.
Are you sure? Director of Computer Services Gerald Gossman and 2 of his staff, Reed Moore and Mick Gahan, designed 6 computer programs to record and analyze Corporate Cup results. These handled the input of runner names, numbers, finish times, teams, and class results. The day of the race, Metro was there. Not exactly at the finish line, but tucked away in a room inside the Civic Auditorium with 6 terminals hooked into Metro's prime 9750 computer
Sure.
at the Fort Omaha campus.
Mm-hmm.
According to Reed Moore, Metro had planned to use 6 telephone modems to connect with the 9750 back at Fort Omaha. But once they got to the Civic Auditorium, they discovered that only 4 phones had been provided.
Wow.
Undaunted, this is crazy. Undaunted, Moore and Gahan drafted the assistance of 2 pay telephone booths. We plugged those 2 full of quarters, hooked them up, and made sure nobody used the phones, Moore said.
What?
I know. Honestly, my brain does not comprehend how the payphone's like connected to the computer, which I guess.
That's not my business.
That is not my business. That is why I am not an IT person.
correct.
That is
To
not
the one computer.
the computer.
I can't even get sound out of my computer, so there you go.
We have to listen one by one at our house. Let's see. And then it says, it got a little hectic in there, Moore admitted. When the results first started coming in, the stringers were bringing in spindles and spindles of tickets. We entered about 1,600 names and times that day of the race, and it brought the rest back to campus. It took us 2 days of inputting to finish the remaining 5,400. But it was all worth the effort, race organizers feel. This is such a nerdy comms person in me. We would never say someone like they feel that worked.
Right.
That's just an aside for me. Confirmed results were sent to team captains within the week, whereas in previous years, the process took more than a month. By then, you'd be like, oh, yeah, I did run that race.
Right.
It was incredible to have such accurate results the day of the race, John Thomas said. All the trophies were correct this year, and the whole process was done with tremendous accuracy and speed. Among those runners who were tracked by Metro were about 20 competitors, faculty, staff, and board members representing the college itself. Michael Flesch, mathematics instructor, was the first Metro runner to cross the finish line at 37:29. Mike, if you're listening, I'm sure you're very proud of that time. But victory came also to the 10 Metro staff who spent the day in close quarters, burning up the keys, sweating out the data, and settling some astounding speed records of their very own.
Wow.
And there's a picture of them. Again, we'll show this. There's a picture of them like around one single computer. There's a guy wearing a members only silk jacket.
As he should.
There's somebody wearing like this hat is like really sending me. Yeah, it's all, we're having a good time.
You know what? If they had to put on all their own quarters to make that work.
That would have taken so much, I assume.
Do you think they just had one person on the quarters? Just
Do you
going
think
back?
they had to like go
Just, like,
to like get quarters for like a roll? I guess people had more change back then on them
I
too, but
guess.
still that would have been a lot of quarters.
If
They
I
were
were to-
just going out and taking a collection from the crowd outside. Excuse me, we just really need some quarters.
Right.
Okay, this is my last one, and this one is truly fascinating.
Okay. I'm ready.
Open house invite lures special guest to Fort Omaha.
Okay.
Imagine opening up your mailbox one day. Again, who are you that wrote these? I'm obsessed with you. And routinely sorting through the bills, the junk mail, the sample laundry detergent. Again, that doesn't happen anymore. I wish it would. I'd use it.
Yeah.
And maybe even one personal letter or two. You come across a postcard and you shuffle past. But you feel a twinge of recognition and something makes you turn back. You, in all caps, know that picture. Staring proudly right into the camera is your own face from nearly 70 years ago. Sound like the kind... I forgot I highlighted this line because, again, it's crazy. Sound like the kind of dream you've had after a midnight snack of liverwurst and pickled beets?
No.
Absolutely not.
All of the above. No.
Perhaps, but this actually happened recently to Fred Wells, age 90, of Omaha. Wells was one of more than 50,000 Omaha residents who in mid-September received an invitation to Metro's upcoming open house. In the form of a postcard, the invitation featured a photograph of the 60th Balloon Company.
Oh my gosh.
And Fred is in it.
That's crazy.
Honestly, crazy.
That's crazy.
And let's see. One of the soldiers in the picture was none other than Fred Wells, who today lives only about 5 miles from the fort in good health and full of reminiscence. That's me, the fellow on the far right, Wells said later during an interview in his home. Still tall and straight, Wells has changed surprisingly little in the 66 years since the photo was taken.
Okay.
I know it's me because of the collar. I was one of the few enlisted men who used the company tailor, and my boots were different too, more like those of that the officers wore.
Okay. Use the tailor.
Use the tailor. This is an aside. Clothes look so much better when they are tailored to
Yes.
you. And if you are a man using a tailor, that is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
A member of the various balloon companies, housed at Fort Omaha during and immediately following World War I. Wells enlisted in the Army at age 23. He worked as a chauffeur, which meant he took care of the horses, drove the major's car, and even escorted the major's wife to and from town to do her shopping. In those days, town still meant Omaha, a considerably long trek from the fort. Let's see. Born in Waterloo, he hauled milk around the countryside and broke horses. I always liked to work, Wells said. I still do. Well, Wells explained the circumstances behind the photo. We were bagged down west of Omaha, camping out in a farmer's field. A large observation balloon was tethered to the ground. Those are my bunkmates in the picture with me. I remember it was so cold we had to break ice in water barrels to bathe. He laughed.
Woof.
We dip our fingers in and go like this. He gestures with the sprinkling motions of his fingers. That was our bath. He left the Army in 1919 because his services were suddenly needed more at home. My brother's corn crop was ready for harvest, but he was called out of town. I asked for a discharge to help him out, and that was that.
Wow.
So he left to go farm corn.
Also,
it's
I don't-
the most Nebraska story.
That, and I
really,
don't think that they're going to release you for that anymore.
Oh, probably not. Let's see. He was honorably discharged. After the war, Wells held various positions as a driver, mechanic, and eventually a farm equipment salesman. In fact, his expertise as a white truck mechanic was prized during the post-war years and commanded a salary which makes Wells chuckle today, 88 cents an hour. He was married for 64 years. He attended the Fort Omaha campus open house with friends and admits he came because of the postcard invitation. During a tour of Building 10, Wells casually mentioned to a tour guide, Georgie Ann Francois, Metro switchboard operator, that the invitation bore his picture. She excitedly told public relations about the VIP in the tour group. That's me, Wells had told Francois, holding up the postcard which she carried throughout her tour. When I saw this, I just had to come.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
Fascinating.
That is fascinating.
So,
wow.
isn't that fun?
That is fun.
We love you, Fred.
We love Fred.
We love Fred.
That
He
is-
reminds me of my grampy, honestly.
Yeah, same. Big same.
Big same.
But yeah, no, you know what? That writer did take some liberties, but she is right. That does sound like some sort of fever dream.
With pickled beets and
I mean,
liverwurst?
that's where she loses me, but like,
Yeah.
or he.
Okay, I have
Or
a
he.
question. This is leading me to a very off-topic question, but I feel like I need to know, because it feels like such a movie television thing. Does anyone wake up and sneak down and have a midnight snack?
No. No.
I've never woken up, thought I better go eat,
No.
and then like,
If I wake up, I am annoyed.
yeah,
And I'm not just like, oh, you know what I need? A little snack.
a little snack, a snack. And like in movies, they're doing like full
Like they have the ice, like the whole bucket of ice cream, and they're
or
just
like cereal,
Yeah.
or like. Yeah, I need to know, or they're just like standing in the fridge, like eating out of the fridge.
like a raccoon.
Yeah. I need to know if people really have midnight snacks or if that's something that like movies and TV shows have led us to believe is a thing. But
Yeah.
if anything, I feel like you're getting up maybe for like water.
Maybe.
And even then, I feel like you're trying not to like open the fridge to get the light on you to
Yeah.
like wake you up and blind you.
Correct.
So
Correct. If I wake up in the middle of the night, which I do, thankfully I don't really.
lucky.
Well, I don't have a child.
Well, mine sleeps through the night, but like you fall asleep and you do not wake up until the morning. You're telling me you don't wake up at all.
It is very rare for me to wake up in the middle of the night. Now, will it take me a long time to fall asleep? Sure. Yeah,
But are you married to a man who can fall asleep in under a minute?
correct.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
I
They
don't
must just
know.
not have any worries when
No,
they go to bed.
nothing going on upstairs.
No burdens. Just
They didn't eat
the pickled beets and liverwurst.
Yeah, they didn't eat that.
My husband and I could be having a conversation.
Yes.
And all of a sudden I just hear like,
You know what?
and I'm like,
my husband will at least do me the solid of being like, I know we're talking, but I'm about to fall asleep. And I'm like, oh.
okay, I guess we're done here. Can we put a pin in
Yeah.
this until tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, he's just like all of a sudden like, hey, I know we're talking
Love
about
what we're talking about, but
I'm about to fall
I
asleep.
simply can't anymore.
And you know what? I respect
I
it.
appreciate that because
Because tables turned when it comes to the morning, and then he's like, up and like
Yeah.
wants to talk, and I'm like, don't speak to me.
Leave me be. Leave me be. I was up for an hour thinking about a random memory from 3rd grade. That still haunts me.
And wondering if anybody else remembers it.
Wondering if the other person in the story ever thinks about this. I'm sure they don't.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right. Well, yes.
There's
Okay.
your tour of the 80s.
There's your tour of the 80s. Let us know, again, if you have any fun memories of MCC, any fun facts to share. We would love to hear them. Send us an email at mccmade
Yes.
at mccneb.edu. And we might feature your fun fact
Your
on an
totally
episode.
rad tubular fun fact.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of 80s.
I need the people to know, if you haven't listened to our a Community College Month episode that aired in April of 2025, the Star Trek themed, I think about that once a week probably.
Metro Trek.
Yeah, I think about it once a week. So
Bring it back.
bring it back.
Bring it on back.
So yeah, we would love to hear whatever like fun stories that you have. So send them our way.
Or if you were on any of our softball teams.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to know.
Yes.
We must know. So, well, we will catch you guys
In the 90s.
in the 90s. Bye.
Bye. MCC Made with Emma Frazier and Katherine Rakes. Produced by Emma Frazier. Production support by Herdat.
Got a question for us? Email mccmade@mccneb.edu, and your question may be answered on a future podcast.